This top is so tight. I'm really into these compression tops at the moment, but I literally cannot move my arms, so that's great. Hello there guys, it's Joel here, aka Gallucks, and welcome back to my YouTube channel today for a bit of a different kind of video. I'm still thoroughly enjoying my reaction videos. If you haven't seen the one I posted on Thursday, it was me reacting to some TikTok style tips, which was really fun. I'll leave a link to that video in the description box below. If you're new here and you enjoy this video, don't forget to click the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that bell for notifications as well so that you know when I bring out a new video. Today is a video that I've basically not done in a very long time. It's kind of what started my channel, really. So I thought I'd bring it back to basics, and I had a few suggestions for this in the past few weeks, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have a look around, see what's about, and do it. So this is an affordable alternatives video, and basically I used to do it where I would get one singular brand and look online for affordable alternatives from more kind of like high street stores. By the way, high street here in the UK means the stores that are literally out on the high street, like the shoppings, like what's in the shopping centre, so like mall stores, I guess. I don't know what the equivalent to high street would be in like the US or anywhere else. But basically, like, you know, your H&M, Zara, Topman, that kind of vibe of stores. And so I would used to focus on one kind of brand, so like Balenciaga or Saint Laurent or something like that. But for today's video, I'm going to concentrate on my own wardrobe. I wear a big mix of high-end to high street, so a big mix of like designer to more affordable pieces. But most of my high-end pieces are shoes and accessories, so that is kind of what I'm going to be covering today. So most of these things I still have in my wardrobe, but if I don't, I did have it at one point, and because the item is so similar, I thought I would just include it anyway. So the first one I don't actually have in my wardrobe anymore because I gave it to my friend because it did not suit me at all. It was quite the drama a couple of years ago. It sounds so weird to say that now because I actually wasn't that long ago. Maybe it was not last year, the year before. But it is the Maison Margiela tabby boot. So basically, I actually got sent a pair of these tabby boots, and I thought I'd give them a go. I recently said in a video that I hated them, so I thought it was very strange that Margiela would then approach me to send them to me. But I tried them out, I wore them for a week, and I still didn't really like them, so I passed them on to one of my friends. When I was on ASOS today, I did see these. Now, they don't have the split toe like the Margiela tabby boots, but the actual shape and design of the boot looks almost exactly the same. And these are £70 from ASOS. I will leave a link to all of these in the description box below, so definitely check out the description box below if you want to see all the affordable alternatives mentioned in this video. I think they're a really nice boot. I love a pair of white boots. I think I'd be more inclined to wear this pair rather than the Margiela split toe pair, because the split toe just was not my cup of tea. You know, Margiela tabby boots are around £600. If you're not in the financial position to have £600 to spend on a pair of white boots that aren't necessarily essential, then it makes complete sense to get the £70 pair if you like the look of them. Next, now, this was a pair of sneakers that I wore a lot back in the day, and it is, when they first came out, the Gucci Vuitton sneaker. I can't remember when I sold my pair, but mine had Gucci on the side, and it was just too like logo heavy, especially for a pair of shoes, so I ended up selling them on. But since then, the Vuitton still has been going strong, and they've done it in loads of different colours, loads of different designs. And basically, on ASOS, I saw this black kind of pair of the Gucci Vuitton sneakers, but these are the ASOS design trainers in black mesh with chunky sole. It is kind of along that same vibe of all the kind of designer chunky sneakers. So if you were after a pair of black chunky sneakers, then I think that would be the way to go. Next up, now moving into more things that are in my wardrobe at the moment. The first thing is my favourite Balenciaga track sneakers. I've literally had these for years and they still exist here, but I'll show you a nice fresh pair here. Again, ASOS, bringing out the bad. It's not all ASOS, by the way, we're going to other brands as well. ASOS design trainers with chunky sole. So again, these are a different design to the ones before, so you can tell that these are obviously inspired by the track sneaker, especially when you look at the bit at the back. You see the lip kind of coming out and it looks very similar. These are £45. They are a mixture of white and grey, which I didn't hate. They don't have as many like layers as the track sneakers, but they definitely have design elements like picked out from them and placed onto them. So I thought that's why they were a good affordable alternative to the track sneaker. Next up, so ready to wear wise, I recently fell in love with Marine Serre. It's inspired me to buy more sort of like compression tops as well, just like this Misbehave one that I have here. But they are all quite expensive, whereas you can actually, they're basically just based off like gym tops. Compression tops, you know what I mean? So I found this Nike Pro Training long sleeve base layer top, and it has a little turtleneck, which my Marine Serre one does have as well. It has like a little high neck, and the Nike one does too. And I think the Nike one looks really cool. It's only £32, so the Marine Serre one is like maybe 200, or like some of them are like 300 now. Obviously it doesn't have the moon symbol on it, but if that's not super important to you, it's the kind of silhouette that's super important to me, and I think this is a great alternative to wear. Next up, now people have gone kind of wild with this over the last few weeks since my Zara haul, and I posted it on Instagram as well. It's obviously the Zara bag, which is now sold out. So the Zara bag is very, very similar to the Louis Vuitton kind of box bags that we've been seeing, and even kind of mixed with, because it has like the clip-on section as well, that kind of refers back to the Prada bag that was like that. But also then Louis Vuitton did their own version of that as well, with like the clip-on bit, which is very similar to the Zara one, but the Zara one's only $29.99. Out of stock a lot of places now. If you're still looking for a kind of box bag, I do have an alternative to that as well, and that is the ASOS Design Crossbody Hard Case Box Bag in black faux leather. Now it's £35. It's a bit bigger and it doesn't look like the best quality, but it is that same kind of shape, that same kind of idea, obviously without the clip-on little pouch. But so if you were still after some sort of box bag, like you can see on the close-up pictures here, the quality does not look that good. But then again, when you're paying £35 for a kind of hard faux leather case, it's not going to match the same as something that costs, I don't know, £3,000 from Louis Vuitton. So you kind of have to compromise on a few things if you want this certain type of shape and style in the bag. I think the Zara one is good quality for what it is, but again, it's like a flap that lifts up. It's not like a proper secure fastening. There's no zip or anything. Next up is boots, and so the infamous Prada monolith boots, they started as a women's kind of really high boot that had like 2 pockets on it, and then a menswear pair started circulating online, and I was hunting them down for ages. Eventually ended up seeing them at Prada in Selfridges and bought them immediately because they are divine. They're very expensive though, they're over £1,000. Okay, if you have small feet, so if you have up to size 8 feet, you can go to Public Desire and get a very, very like-for-like alternative for $39.99. Obviously, the leather is faux leather, and they look quite shiny in terms of material that they use. But it has the same kind of like zip pocket to the side. It has the chunky sole as well. You can also get them in pink, which I would not advise. So if you do have small feet, then you could try and fit in the biggest size. But if you don't have small feet, there is a men's version. They just don't have the pocket on, but they are the same kind of shape with a big track sole and that kind of like higher boot cut. They are $59.99 and they're from Bershka. I think they're a great alternative to the Prada boot. I've actually taken the pockets off my Prada boot and don't wear them with the pockets on as much because I think it just looks a lot cleaner. And finally, my favorite pair of shoes from the past year or so is the Bottega Chelsea boot. It's like a higher boot, like it's a high calf boot, would you say? I've been wearing it with stuff tucked in, I've been wearing it with stuff over it. It just looks good with every outfit, it makes every outfit look amazing. Not as much as the Prada boot, but it is like 600, 700. In fact, I think with their newer iterations, it's gone up to like 800, which is, again, Bershka saving the day with a $49.99 pair that look very similar. I don't know if they're as high, but they're still higher than a regular Chelsea boot, and they have that chunky sole that's like layered as well. I think these are a great alternative. They're actually sold out in a few sizes right now, so if you were after an affordable alternative pair in men's sizes, Bershka is the place to go. So yeah, that brings me to the end of my research of like affordable alternatives from things that are in my wardrobe or have been recently that are still online right now. Let me know if you want me to do more affordable alternatives videos in the future, maybe for different types of brands again, or for different kind of topics. Yeah, I hope this has been helpful. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.